talk about the Labour Brexit deal and about free movement of people. That's one of the really, really big issues. I'd like you to listen for a moment to Jeremy Corbyn in a non-undoctored video talking this week, and he was asked about Labour's policy on free movement. Here's what he said.
So, yes, there has to be that movement of people. And, yes, our young people do need access to things like the Erasmus scheme so they can study in universities in other parts of Europe, indeed other parts of the world. I want our young people to be brought up in a world where they can travel, they can experience other societies, they can make their contribution there. And you know what? That enriches their lives and enriches the lives of all of us. And so thank you for that question. And I tell you this, I want to make sure that all those European Union nationals do remain here, can come here, will stay here.
All those European nationals can come here, do stay here. How does that differ from free movement?
Well, of course, these would be bespoke reciprocal arrangements that will allow, for example, British students to access the European education system. Because why should British youngsters lose out on things like the Erasmus scheme?
Sure, that's the Erasmus scheme.
That was never on the ballot paper in 2016. And so many young people feel really, upset that their opportunities that my generation had have been denied to them. So let's get this right in bespoke.
Well, let's get this right by listening closely, because what you said about young people is absolutely right, I'm sure, but he didn't say young people. He said all European citizens should be able to come here and work here, and after they've worked here and contributed, stay here as well, which is what a lot of your colleagues think as well. I just ask you again, that is it not free movement?
Well, these would be bilateral agreements, and what we recognise is that there are
bilateral agreements for free movement.
But there are people who live and work in the European Union who are British citizens, and there are European Union citizens who live and work in the United Kingdom. And what we want to negotiate is an arrangement where that can continue. We don't want our British citizens who are living and working in Europe to have to up sticks and come home. And likewise, those Europeans that have made their life here in the United Kingdom are welcome to be part of our society. That's the Labour way, Andrew.
Well, I've got the EU's definition of free movement here, and it seems to me that it is absolutely consonant with what you've just said. The Labour conference motion on this subject said that the party in government should maintain and extend free movement rights. What does extend free movement rights mean?
Well, let's see what's in the manifesto after Clause 5, but I've been very clear. We are looking at reciprocal agreements with the EU 27 that allows British citizens to enjoy some of the freedoms that they will lose as a result of Brexit, things like Erasmus, things like being able to continue working and living in other EU states. And the quid pro quo is that those Europeans who are here in the UK studying, living, working, will be able to as well.
All right.